Respect is earned. You can't just show up and be like, mate, I'm from New York, you know. I should be winning the Ballon d'Or. Like, respect, like, get the freak out of here, bro. You earn your respect. Guys, what is it? What is good? Prison back again with another visual breakdown, fam. This one is a doozy, and it's a year old, by the way, guys. But the whole discussions are around this video. It's still important even to right now, fam. So the topic of it is a heated American players slash coaches are disrespected in England. I don't even think it's England, guys. I genuinely do think it's like Europe, even some parts of South America too, right? Just because of how like how the perception of football fans from outside America, like we think that like they don't take football seriously, and they don't take it seriously. It's just to call our truth. They don't, guys. Like their main sports are like the NFL, NBA, MLB. Like those are their main sports. Like they always make a mockery, right, of football, saying only girls play that sport. This is why, like we like when some American players come to Europe, like we're just like, yeah, I just don't rate you, bro, because we know that you're not at a level of like a Kevin De Bruyne or like a Erling Haaland or like a Kylian Mbappe. Yes, like there has been like for me two players that I rate in Gio Reyna, that plays for Dortmund, and Christian Pulisic, the LeBron James of soccer. You get what I mean? Like that whole like quote says it all, bro. Somebody called Christian Pulisic the LeBron James of soccer. Like, I say more, but I can't show you guys the full clip, of course, right? Just due to all copyrights, whole copyright things. But let's just get it started. You know, tres, dos, uno, vámonos. So
let's talk about kind of what we heard from Paul Caligiuri also kind of plays into this. There's like a pervading theme that Americans in soccer are still disrespected. Do you agree with that, Charlie?
I do. Especially in England. And
all right.
The reason why I say England is because if you look at history, 1950, the U.S. beats England in the World Cup.
What? Bro, like, of course, upsets happen in football, season in, season out. This year, we had Plymouth beating the runaway Premier League winners in Liverpool, right? In like what 23 years ago, it was South Korea beating, I think it was Italy, or was it Japan or South Korea beating Italy in a World Cup game. Even like with Argentina versus Saudi Arabia, when Argentina won the World Cup, like Saudi Arabia beat them, and nobody expected that, bro. Like upsets do happen in football. For this guy to speak about 1950s America beat England, like yeah, of course, like upsets happen. Upsets happen. Like, people enjoy that moment and then move on. That's football. You get what I mean?
Listen, and you've never heard about that since. Literally, it wasn't celebrated in America. They didn't go to the World Cup till 1990, so there's no history of the sport. So when you're in England and you have that accent, they look at you like you don't know. You have no intelligence in the game.
Yeah, because when somebody says Christian Pulisic is the LeBron James of soccer, like how are we meant to take my man seriously though? How are we, bro? How are we meant to take that guy seriously? Christian Pulisic, LeBron James of soccer.
Ouch. It is, and other countries they have superstars. In America, you saw Caligiuri was the first to go to Europe. We didn't have a Champions League winner who was playing until Christian Pulisic. That tells you
it's not our fault though. It's you guys. They don't take the sport seriously, fam. It's not our issue, bro. These guys don't take the world's famous sport seriously. What are we supposed to do, bro? Like, yeah, Christian Pulisic was the first like American like Champions League winner, but yeah, good on him, bro. He's created history. Bro. But it's not our issues. It's not our issue for us to promote football or soccer in your country, bro. It's not, bro.
History that Americans are looked down upon, in my opinion, from supporters. Maybe not the players, but from supporters.
Yeah, and then if you flip the same thing around, when you've got somebody from, let's say, Serbia, back in the day, I think it was like Kukoc, who went to, I think it's Croatian or Serbian, but who went to play for the Chicago Bulls, and people looked down on him, but his skill sets actually earned the respect of his peers, bro. You get what I mean? Like, this happens in different sports, man. It's not just only in football, dude.
That's the case.
Yeah, so are they looked down upon because the quality of players not being good enough, or are you blaming the fact that your players haven't gone to the Champions League or haven't gone to
Jamie.
on the fact that you disrespect?
Yeah, Jamie.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, we didn't go to a World Cup for 40 years.
Whose fault is that? It's your fault. It's not England's fault. It's not Spain's fault. It's not Italy's fault. It's not Germany's fault. It's not Brazil's fault. It's not Argentina's fault, bro. It's you guys. The players come from America. They come from your country. It is your job to nurture these players and actually take football seriously if you guys want to go to a freaking World Cup.
When Americans are seen as a footballing nation, they're laughed at. It's a joke. And that's what I'm saying. And now we're starting to see more players be given credit because they're showing that they have the ability to succeed in champions.
Yeah, because most of those players take it seriously.
I always give credit to Clint, though. When I played against Clint, he was a good player.
Yeah.
Fantastic player. I didn't think, and like you said, not me, but I'm just talking from my point of view. I never thought because he's American, I don't think he's good. I always thought he can play. It doesn't matter where he's from my point of view.
But
Yeah.
what was your personal experience? Did you feel disrespected as an American playing in England?
I think regardless of anywhere you go, you have to earn your respect. Respect
Yeah,
is earned.
respect is earned. You can't just show up and be like, mate, I'm from New York, you know. I should be winning the Ballon d'Or. Like, respect, like, get the freak out of here, bro. You earn your respect. You earn the respect of your peers by playing great, dude. When Landon Donovan came here, nobody mocked him. The guy bowled out for Everton, bro. Like, nobody mocked him, dude. What's this guy on about?
But
What is he on about?
there were times that I felt like I couldn't be just as good as the other English players, British players, Irish players, Scottish or whatever.
And then Clint Dempsey, that's when you prove them wrong. By playing good.
To get on the field.
When I walked into the locker room in France, there were a lot of questions that said, Americans, you're good at football and basketball, but soccer, proper football, we don't know yet. And then in training, you have to prove it that, hey, I deserve to be on the pitch and I deserve to be playing.
Exactly.
I get it. I've had to fight.
Thierry Henry's face, bro, throughout all of this is killing me, fam.
But I think you're starting on the back foot. Look at Bob Bradley, what he had to go through when he got that job in the English Premier League. But he started off with Brad Bobley, and they did that whole set.
I totally agree with that. But do you think it's different from a player to a coach, or do you think it's the same? Because I get that feeling with coaches in terms of in the Premier League where Bob Bradley came, maybe Jesse Marsh at Leeds as well. And there is that feeling when they do interviews.
Thierry Henry's face, bro. Thierry Henry's killing me, bro.
Yeah, but I've never got that feeling as players, though. I'm a little bit with Mike here. I wouldn't look at Clint, or we had Brad Friedel, who was a goalkeeper.
Yeah, Brad Friedel was a good goalkeeper, bro. I'm pretty sure Casey Keller was around as well. You know what I mean? Like Brad Friedel was respected in England. He genuinely was, bro.
Okay, but the media. 1-1, USA wins. You know.
Yeah, because I remember that actually, because they celebrated it like it was a win. They did. They did though.
That was American media. That was your media.
Yeah, but that's hot tip about a draw. What's the same thing?
God.
The same thing. You guys looked at us in the group. You said no chance that you guys can.
That's because we have better players, not because we disrespected America.
So is that your?
That's what it is right now. Like with Arsenal, this whole thing with Arsenal and Real Madrid going on. Like when people saying like Arsenal stand no chance versus Real Madrid, because people are saying this because Real Madrid have got the better players. When you have the better players, your odds of winning go up. Oh my days, bro.
Hold on. Thierry picked up his mic, everybody.
Oh, the big man, the big dogs wants
The big dog. TT.
I just, I can give you a lot of players that had to battle where they were from,
Yeah.
or what they had to go through to reach
Yeah.
whatever league.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna give you anything. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
It's about earning that respect.
Earn the freaking respect, bro.
Where you're from, you have to go and show those guys that you can win. Once you show them that you can win, they're gonna love you. That's in the title.
That's it.
Respect and all of that. That it doesn't matter your nationality. You can win with me. Okay, you can't win even if you're my dad. You gotta go. That it doesn't matter. You're not sitting with me in my dressing room. Dad, mom, kids, we're here to win. So it doesn't matter where you're from. But I'm gonna flip this. I love basketball.
Exactly.
I love basketball.
Exactly.
I think the European players don't have it hard to come in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys talked a lot.
Yeah.
You guys talked a lot.
Yeah.
Now, who
Yeah, freaking Jokic right now, who's like, I'm pretty sure has won the MVP twice. Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. There was a cool coach from back in the day, Tony Parker, bro. Like, this guy, what?
Antetokounmpo, Jokic,
Yeah.
Doncic.
Yeah, Luka Doncic as well, bro. Oh, he's come from a team, non Real Madrid. What's he gonna do here?
Embiid. No, I'm just saying, do you stop or you try to earn your respect?
Yes.
You try to
There
earn
we
your
go.
respect. This is what I'm saying. Whether
There we
you're
go.
from America or Liberia, like George Weah.
George Weah.
To go and battle Milan when you could only have 3 foreigners.
Yeah.
He didn't say to himself, well,
Oh,
I'm Liberian. I'm not going
not
to
from-
battle.
yeah, exactly.
You battle no matter what.
Yeah.
Thank you very
This whole victim mindset from people, bro, it's a very frustrating, dude. It's a very frustrating, fam. Like you, bro. Like you deserve what you get when you put the work in, the time in, bro, and you get the respect from your peers, bro, and you actually show with freaking results. Then that's when you freaking get the respect, bro.
I think it's rather that the Americans have an inferiority complex in this area. Do you think
I'm
they're too
just saying.
sensitive?
I'm just saying that whoever you are, if you think that and you say to yourself,
Yeah.
I cannot do something because stay at home.
Yeah, stay at home.
For coaches, it's very difficult to break in as an American manager.
I-
But maybe not for players.
I'll
'cause
go
I
back.
agree with you.
I'll go back again. Go and do your research. How Arsene Wenger was received in
Yeah.
England when he arrived.
Yeah,
Just go and do your research.
yeah.
And you will find
Mourinho
out
when he
what
came
he's
in,
doing.
and he said, "I'm the special one." What's he think is? Yeah,
It's not easy for anyone. I'm just saying he arrived from Japan as a
Yep.
freshman.
yep,
He had it
yep.
hard and way harder than Bob Bradley, trust me, and Jesse March. Go and do your own research and you will see.
Yep.
Where you stay, you battle through whatever is how you stand and how you're gonna stay tall through the storm.
I ain't find it hard. I love America and Americans love me.
But you don't think there's a stigma at all?
There's no stigma with Big Mitch.
Jamie, you think there's a stigma of American players in England?
I don't think
Or
players.
managing?
I do think the coaching situation is when you hear an American talk. Obviously, when Bob Bradley came over, there was, on shows. That's actually would you believe?
Yeah, Soccer AM. Soccer AM. Yeah, Soccer AM. I remember Soccer AM.
Of a Premier League manager.
Do you find it hard to take one seriously when you hear an American coach speaking? Do you find it hard to take him serious? Honestly.
I'm not sure. I think with Bob Bradley, you couldn't help almost getting. You're thinking, who is this guy? He's coming. He's getting the mick taken out of him. I wouldn't say so much with Jesse.
I think it's just the accents. I think if somebody from, let's say, Japan came and like it was a Japanese manager that came and he's speaking in a Japanese accent, people are like, whoa, what's going on here? You get what I mean? Same thing with like an Indian accent. You get what I mean? Like there's very distinct accents, right, around the world where people will be like, okay then, right, you're from here, so it kind of gets it kind of gets used to it. Like you have to. It takes time getting used to it a little bit, bro. I'm gonna lie. When Jesse Marsh, when he was managing Leeds United, right, like a few seasons ago in the Premier League, when he started speaking like on Sky Sports, I was like, oh shit, okay, an American guy. Let's listen what he says, and some of the things that I spoke about actually made sense. I was like, okay, then yeah, cool. You get what I mean? So I think it's the accent sometimes that actually throws people off.
Because he'd managed in Leipzig before that, so like probably recognised teams. But I think if maybe someone came over from the MLS and came into the Premier League and I was an American, I think if you were one of the players there, I think he'd have to be doing good work on the training pitch. He'd have to be fully convinced that he was a guy you were going to respect, you were going to learn a lot from. And there would be questions there. I think you'd be a liar if you said there wouldn't.
Thierry, I mean, you featured in the Ted Lasso show, am I correct? That show wouldn't exist if this stigma didn't exist around American coaches. Is that fair?
Yeah, it is good for them.
Yeah.
and I went on it. But what I'm trying to say, I go back to the same thing. Wrighty is a legend at Arsenal, and we all love Wrighty. But when Arsene Wenger arrived, he said, Arsene who? The player of Arsenal, as we all know. He said, Arsene who? And then he himself said that he understood who he was after, and we all know as Arsenal fans what he did for the club. But what I'm trying to say, that on his players, when he arrived, were like, Arsene who?
Yeah.
And Arsene won the league in France with Monaco. He did a lot of things, went to the semi-final of the Champions League.
Yeah.
But people didn't know what he did. And I go back to the same thing. You need to go in the place, someone's place. You need to go and show them you can. I go back to the same thing.
Do you not think there's a difference though between Arsene Wenger, Unai Emery coming into England and almost having to prove themselves? Yes, that's the same for anybody as a player or a manager. But I think what we're trying to say is, as an American, they're coming over not just to prove themselves, they always come over as like a little bit of a joke figure.
No,
Is that different to a...
Nah, it's not a joke. Nah, to say a joke, that's a little bit harsh though. I ain't gonna lie. Like to call somebody like a freaking joke, it's nah, it's not. It's not.
Laughing at them because of
Nah.
you play American football, the way they speak about it.
I do understand that. I just don't agree. I don't see it like that personally.
Exactly.
Everyone had it easy.
Yeah.
When Arsene arrived, it was worse than Bob Bradley and Jesse Marsh. Go and do your research. Same thing. It has nothing to do because Arsene was a better officer.
Well, so when Arsene Wenger first arrived, guys, to the Premier League, I remember watching a United documentary like almost like 10 months ago now, right? When he first arrived, he basically was doing unconventional things on the training ground, even like the new nutrition doing the nutrition and strength and conditioning side of the game, right? People they were looking at like, what's this weirdo doing? But when it turns out that he was actually getting results, that's when other teams started freaking copying him, right? But yeah, like Henry's right.
Or French or whatever, they just didn't know who he was, so they had to go at him and hard.
Yeah.
Charlie Clint, thanks for dropping in for the argument. Good to see you all.
He's absolutely got cooked though, I'm gonna lie.
What was Charlie saying in the dressing room? They said he was going to cook Henry? Yeah! It looked like he got cooked real. My boy been sitting in the crock pot over here. Look at you, Clint. Pop it on the other side. You were talking, you all, yeah, Charlie, you got it. Hey, Charlie, I'm with you. I'm with you. He said this. Hey, we're Team Premier League. What are you, bro?
Yo! Oh my god, bro!
Charlie's gotta go!
Oh my days, bro, that's absolutely funny. But guys, that's been the video, bro. Like the guy actually came in and expected to cook Thierry Henry, bro, but he got the cooking instead, right? But this whole stigma, bro, like about like Americans, of course, like we know this, bro. We like everybody around the world know this, bro. Like they don't take football seriously. Once again, they say like it's even like the fans, as I said earlier at the beginning of the video, they say, "Oh, our women play this football, bro." Like trying to again speak down like girls. So it's only a sport for this. It's a sport for girls. This is why we don't take it seriously, fam. You get what I mean? If your country is not taking football seriously and you're not trying to improve the youth's the youth level for the level to be on the same level of like a Spain, a Germany or Italy, it's your fault. It's your fault, bro. Like Thierry Henry said it perfectly, bro. Bro, I remember when Luka Doncic and Giannis went to the NBA. No, nobody took them seriously because they're Europeans, but they've actually earned the respect, right, of like NBA fans and even their peers as well, bro. That's what it is. Like when you come and play football, fam, in Europe or like in South America, like the only way you're gonna get respect from people is results, bro. Like footballers all around the world get cooked. If they're not playing well, bro, they get turned into memes. Just look at Anthony right now. Anthony comes from the best footballing country in the world, in Brazil, right? But people mock him, bro, and then always call him the GOAT. Like it is what it is. It generally is what it is, right? But I want to see what the comments have to say about this, right? Right. So Miguel says, what the heck was the point Davis was trying to say? We stopped for 40 years and people think we stopped because of that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and what Davis, what never even played in England either. Knows how Dempsey, the one who actually did something in England, just simply said, "Earn your respect." Yeah, yeah, dude. Like just the comments here are absolutely cooking him, bro. Clint killed Charlie with the Premier League over here. That's true. It's absolutely true. But guys, you know what to do. Thoughts, comes, concerns down below as usual. And if you keep supporting your boy, don't forget to subscribe. I've been Preston doing a breakdown for this very interesting topic and very interesting debate. But yeah, I'll catch you a lot later. Peace.